Hope you're having a better day than I had recently. This video is not going to be about welding. It's going to be about scams, various different scams. I don't know if you ever had any experience with a scammer trying to scam anything out of you, but I'm just going to share a little experience that I had in the last couple of days. So hopefully, if you stick to watching this video till the end, hopefully you will learn something out of it. For that, you'll need to listen to this phone conversation.
Hello, hi, good morning. Is it possible to speak to a Mr. Rulikovsky, please, at all?
Go on.
Is this Weld-delux Limited?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi there, sir. My name is Luke Walker. I'm calling from the High Court Enforcement Group. We've received a court order this morning for enforcement for a company called Weld-delux Limited for the attention of a Sergei I do apologise about this. Rulikovsky. Now, we're due to attend Building 9A at Butcher's Breeze this afternoon around 1 o'clock. Have you got any idea if he will be available or if yourself will be available when we do arrive?
No, nobody will be there.
Nobody will be there.
Yeah. Can I ask you what's regarding?
Yeah, well, it states here there was a court order issued on the 24th of February 2020. It's come from a company called the Children's Safety Group. Some form of overdue account dating back to November of 2018. States here some form of supportive advertising in a safety campaign for local schools. The company are claiming they received one payment from you, but they've not received the following payments. Down here they did speak to you and you've told them that you're not interested, but they are claiming you have to cancel in writing. So I don't know if there's been some miscommunication somewhere. So what we need to do today is serve a county court judgment. So that's a black marker that goes against your business, affects your credit history and your credit rating for the future, and also serve a high court writ. Now the high court writ is a warrant. It allows us to recover the debt issued from the courts. We've been instructed to recover £2,388.
To be honest, I have no idea where it's coming from. I understand the company that you're speaking about, but as far as I can tell, everything's been cancelled, and
Yeah, well, I mean, what they're stating is that they have spoken to you and you did tell them that you wanted to cancel. So by the looks of it, sir, they're not disputing that. But what they are claiming is that you have to cancel in writing. So because you've not wrote to them or responded to their letters, they have put it before the court. So the courts have ruled against you. I'm sure, as you can appreciate, sir, I'm just a bailiff. I'm not here to get
No, I understand your point. Don't worry about it. What happens is I can't help you with anything because I'm nowhere near.
Right. Well, I mean, what if it's a case of you thinking this was cancelled? You do have the legal right to take it back through the courts. If you do that, explain to the courts that you thought it was cancelled. If you've not received documents or whatever the case may be, explain that to the courts. If they agree with you, they can overturn the ruling and award you any funds back. But in relation to today, because it is a warrant, we do have to seek to recover the funds. If we can't recover the debt, we do have the option to recover goods to the value of what's owed.
Well, as I said, I can't help you with anything right now because I'm nowhere near. You see, I'm other side of Aberdeen.
In Aberdeen?
Other side of Aberdeen.
Right. Well, the only thing I can do is you want to try and avoid, the involvement of the bailiffs, because you do get extra charges and also a black marker against your business. If you want to try and avoid that, and you are going to dispute it and take it back to the courts. If you want me to try and speak to the courts, see if there's any way you can get this set aside.
Yeah, please.
Until you can dispute it, I'll see if that's an option for you. I mean, as I say, you have been passed over to us as a non-responder, so we was of the assumption you've simply not been replying to your documentation.
Sorry, what you need to understand, it's not something that, what you're talking about is a charity that I donated money to.
Yeah, well,
and on the second year I couldn't do it, and obviously that resulted in this nonsense. You understand the point, though? I mean, it's not due to bad business or any of that.
Yeah. Well, they're claiming, as I say, that it was ongoing. So if you've just been, made the one payment and told them you didn't want to do it, and you thought that was the end of it, then that's understandable. But they are claiming that you have to cancel in writing. So, I mean, what I'll do, I'll try and have a word with the court, see if there's any way you can come to some form of agreement,
please,
just so you can avoid the extra charges or any form of county court judgment. But the county court judgment stays with you for 5 years, and it will ruin your credit rating for the business. So
makes sense.
I'll see if you can avoid that. I'll speak to the court. if there's any way you can come to some form of agreement so you can get back through the courts in the next 14 to 21 days, because that's when your appeal would be. It's within 14 to 21 days, and I'll see if that's a possibility. Once I've spoken to somebody from the courts, I'll give you a call back. So you'll have to bear with me around 10-15 minutes or so.
That's fine, yeah. See, the other one is it possible to get some sort of paperwork about this issue so I can actually address it rather than...
Yeah, well, I'll see what I can do. I'll see if the courts can email anything over to you. I mean, we've got the paperwork here, but it's a court order. So once we serve this, you're automatically punished. Really, you know, you get the judgment and extra charges. So what I'll do, I'll speak to the court. If you can come to some form of agreement with them, I'll see if they can email something over to you, just so you can have a look at that, get it settled with the court, and then go back to the courts and claim your money back that way.
Okay, that's fine.
No problem. All right, I'll have a word with the courts and get back to you.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Bye. Bye.
So what do you think of it? Write down in the comments what's your opinion. How do you see this some development, how everything was set up? You see, eventually, when I just heard of it, bear in mind I was working on the site, I thought that perhaps a charity was set up in a way that was designed to scam people into ongoing contracts, which you never realized was actually still active, and eventually stopping the money out of people. And if you think, if your opinion was exactly the same, just write down in the comments. That will kind of give me an idea how many people think same way as I did in the very first instance. And here's a phone call that I made to the company that was in question, the charity, and here's what their answer was.
Yeah, hi, can I speak to Sergey, please?
Yes.
Sergey, it's Wayne here from KidSafe.
How are you doing, Wayne?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, I got a message to give you a call. You've had one of these idiots claiming to be from bailiffs on our behalf.
Yes.
Right, I hope you haven't paid them any money.
No.
Good, yeah, because these are fraudsters. They absolutely do not represent us, and you do not owe us any money.
Yeah, what happens is, I realized that, I was trying to phone the police. I have very little hope in that. They're hopeless.
Yeah.
But what happens is, they're saying, before we can take it any further, you've got to contact the company and make sure that that's not actually legitimate, you know what I mean, and so on.
Yes, of course.
So I thought, okay, I need to do that, and then...
Yeah, you absolutely do not owe us any money. These people are fraudsters. They don't represent us, and you're not to entertain them at all.
Yeah, no, thanks very much for phoning me back.
Oh, you're welcome, Sergey.
I appreciate it.
Anything else, just let us know.
No, it's perfect. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Take care, bye-bye.
I don't know how it sounded to you, but to me, the scammer was very, very convincing. And again, simply maybe because he landed on somebody who doesn't really have much trust in the legal system or police force. I totally thought that there is a possibility something like this may happen. But as you can see, eventually that was just a scam. Later on, the people phoned me back and asked me why I haven't transferred the money. So I actually had the opportunity to tell them everything that I think of them and their activity. However, I don't think it will be very YouTube-friendly video, but perhaps there was even more. There is lots of videos that actually use very strong language, but I don't really want to have it on the channel anyway. So yeah, hopefully you will learn something from it, and if anything of that nature comes your way, you'll know how to take it right into the teeth.